There's a story here from Breitbart. Blagojevich, Democrats very fearful of what I know. Ex-Democrat Illinois governor turned Trumpocrat Rod Blagojevich said he believes Governor J.B. Pritzker tried to keep him in jail because Democrat establishment is afraid of what he knows and what he will say soon. The ex-governor blasted Pritzker for reportedly calling Trump not once but twice, requesting to keep him behind bars. J.B. called Trump not once but twice, joining with the most Republicans to say, keep him in, don't let him out. Keep him in, don't let him out. Why did he do it? Blagojevich continued before foreshadowing his willingness to expose the underbelly of his former party. I truly believe it's because J.B. Pritzker, Governor Pritzker, and some of the Democratic political establishment is very fearful. They're very fearful of what I know and what I can say and what I'm likely to say and what I will say soon. That's why I think that he did that. So what is it that you know that they're afraid of?
Well, there's a lot of things. A lot of them are on the tapes. And that's one of the reasons why those tapes are under seal. So a lot of the stuff that's on those tapes I can't speak about, except for the ones that have been released. Some of them actually illegally. The Chicago Tribune was able to get tapes, notwithstanding the court seal, and the Republican candidate for governor used them against J.B. Pritzker, our governor, in the race, his race for governor back in 2018. Pritzker's on the phone. He called me up and asked me to make him a United States Senator. So he's on the very calls that ended up sending me where I went, and I politely had full discussions with him about his aspirations to be a senator. Told him it was unlikely that I'd pick him. Had a good relationship with him back then. He asked me then if I could. He was shopping around for an office. If I could make him state treasurer, because I had the power to do that too. And he anticipated the vacancy of the state treasurer's office. I told him that he had a better chance of me doing that for him than the United States Senate. Nothing illegal about these conversations, but within the conversation, he was referring to, my desire to appoint a black person to the Senate as being a problem, my black problem, he called it, which almost indicates certainly some insensitivity about race. And if you're these neo-racists that keep pointing to their fingers at everything being racist, I mean, he'd certainly be one of their poster childs, wouldn't he, for saying that? I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he said it. But I had a good relationship with him. I had pointed him. He had supported my opponent in the Democratic primary for governor in 2002. But then when I won, he asked me if I'd make him the director of the Illinois Human Rights Commission, and I did. And as far as I know, he did a good job. And then when calamity came after he made that phone call to me, and we talked politely, I understood that he stayed away because everybody did, and they were right to do it, because when you have what I have, that's leprosy. Nobody wants to come near that. That's lest they catch it. But then when I'd been in prison for all those years, and Trump had publicly said that he was going to let me out, indicated he was letting me out, he had called my wife, Patty, in July of 2020, or 2019, that he was going to do it. And this was a little bit before his call on that Ukrainian phone call, right? The 5 Republican congressmen wrote President Trump a letter saying don't let him out, and then Pritzker called Trump twice, urged him not to do it. And, if he wants to say publicly, keep him in, he's a corrupt son of a bitch and all the rest, I get the politics of that. I don't like it, but I get it. But you go the extra mile to actually call the president and try to keep me in prison when I have young children like he has, and I'd already been in prison for 7.5 years.
Why would he do that?
I think because of the political fears that they have on the things that I could do and say that would expose them. Some of that on those FBI tapes, I think.
Governor, you seem like you're in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
a
not
lot
sure.
Better shape than Governor Pritzker.
That's my question, actually. Have you seen a picture of what Governor Pritzker looks like?
Let's take a look.
So my question to you, as they pull up his picture, it seems like you're a fighter. You've mentioned that you were a Golden Gloves boxer. Pritzker doesn't seem to be working out as much as you. My question is this. Politically, if you were to fight him, who would win? And then if you actually stepped in a ring with Governor Pritzker, who would win that fight?
Well, I may be a no-brainer, right? That'd be no contest. Hillary would be a tougher fight than him.
You think you'd knock him out? What are you saying?
I'd go right to the body.
Outlast him?
I'd go right to the body.
Yeah.
Right? He'd bend over me. That's unfortunate. I wonder why that is with him. I mean, he inherited a lot of money, the Hyatt Hotel.
The Hyatt family, Pritzker family. I'm well aware who they are.
I say things I shouldn't say, and I'm going to say it again. And I know this is wrong because I shouldn't make fun of the fact that we have a chubby governor.
Rotund.
Beyond rotund. But he was born with a silver ladle in his mouth.
Yeah.
And And that's not right. And the reason I say it is because of what he did when he called Trump to keep me in. Otherwise, I wouldn't make fun of him like that. But if I step away and try to be good, as I should try to be, I feel bad for him. That can't be good. He shouldn't be like that. He should spend all that money and time to, take a walk and do it consistently. It's just not good for his health. And I think the stress of the office is partly causing that.
Yeah.
I think.
And politically, how do you think you would match up against him? Let's say you could run again for governor. I assume he's going to run again for re-election.
Yes, yeah.
How would you fare against him?
In a Democratic primary?
Sure.
I think I could be really competitive. I really do. Now, he's got, he spent $170 million of his own money that he inherited to win governor the first time. 170 or 175 million. By the way, if I was going to sell a Senate seat, isn't he my guy?
That's true.
This is the guy, he would have bought it because he wanted to be something. He asked me to make him senator, then he asked me to make him treasurer. He just wanted to be something. And if I was what they said I was, this is my guy. I could have, given him a discount, $30 million.
I will say that he is giving you a run on the Great Head of Hair campaign. Both of you, governor, former governors, killing it in the hair game. What do you say to that?
Yeah, good. Look, I miss the old JB that I used to know and like. I never realized he has that mean streak that he has. And by the way, he's been a terrible governor too. And the way he's mishandled the COVID situation, he's politicized that. And in such a way where people in Illinois don't trust him. And it's not unlike some of the other governors too. They don't practice what they preach. They're big hypocrites, and they don't lead by example or join in the shared sacrifice. And when you're asking people to make sacrifices, you should be the first one making those sacrifices.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.